So let's look at the management and the exercises for posture-related pain. The learning objectives for this section is to perform posture re-education techniques and improve proprioceptive control and spinal alignment for long-term back health. And then we're going to give you some low-load exercises that strengthen the muscles and support upright posture so that you have long-term postural endurance. Most people start with really good intentions. They have good posture initially, and then over time, their posture deteriorates because they don't have the endurance of those postural muscles. So what is good posture? So when standing, we want our ears over our shoulders over the center of our hips, and the hips over the center of the foot or just above the ankle. We don't want a forward head position. We don't want the shoulders rolled forward. We don't want the hips either forward or backward. We want everything, when you look from the side, to be lined up in one long, smooth line. This is how we start with the posture re-education techniques. So you're basically kind of reminding yourself or training yourself that when you slump, to sit tall. So you'll go in that slumped position for 30 seconds, and then you'll quickly sit tall. This is basically to kind of reprogram your brain to immediately sit tall when you start to go into this slumped position. So you're going to do 10 sets of these, the 30-second hold, and then quickly sit tall, hold that for 30 seconds. You're going to do that 10 times to re-educate yourself on maintaining this positive posture. Another strategy is a micro break strategy. So the first one is anytime there's prolonged sitting, to take a little micro break. And this is really going to depend on when your postural pain pattern shows up. So if it shows up within 30 minutes, then you can do that every 30 minutes. If it takes an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you want to preemptively take a break before that postural pain pattern shows up. So that could be walking around the office, that could be stretching. There's lots of different options in terms of this. And when we're in a seated position, oftentimes the muscles at the front of the hip start to shorten. So both of these videos show stretching out the front of that hip. So you're going to hold that stretch on the front of the hip for about 15 seconds, and you're going to do 5 repetitions of that. This can be part of your micro break strategy, or it can be in addition to your micro break strategy, or you can do this, instead of or as your micro break strategy. You've got options here, but you want to stretch out those hip flexors. That's going to really help you recover. So these are the low load core activation exercises that support better posture. The first one is this supine marching. So as you saw when I came onto the slide, basically you're marching in place. So the foot comes down and up, down and up. And so you're keeping this nice core brace with your belly as you move the feet. This is the very easy core activation exercise. Once you're feeling stronger, you can progress into the bird dog. As you can see, she's moving the opposite arm and leg, extending them in opposite directions. So of course you would do one side and then switch to the other side, doing both sides. For these, I like to start with about 10 sets of those. just to build some core strength, and then not 10 sets, 10 reps. And then we can start doing 1, 2, 3, up to 5 sets of 10 reps of these to activate the core and get the core strong. So these are some of the workplace scenarios where you might find yourself in really poor posture. So this is, working on your laptop. That's a very common scenario to have poor posture. Sometimes driving can be another scenario where you have poor posture, or working at a standing desk can be another scenario where you have poor posture. So you just want to pay attention to when your posture related pain shows up and specifically address those workplace scenarios when this is occurring, and address that with the micro breaks, address that with the core activation exercises so that you can break this pattern. So if you do work in an office, it's really important to have a correct ergonomic setup. So it's good to have a chair with some lumbar support. You want the monitor at eye level, so the center of the monitor is at eye level. You want a neutral wrist, keyboard, mouse placement. So best is to have the arms at 90 degrees. So shoulder to elbow to wrist, a 90-degree angle between the two. And it could be really helpful to have a sit to stand desk so that you're not in a seated position for the entire day, but you can move out of that position and still get work done. So in terms of troubleshooting and long-term management, if you're doing all of this and the pain persists, it is possible that you have one of the other classifications, either the derangement or dysfunction. You can go back to the quiz and get reclassified through the quiz, or you can reach out to our team and provide some data around what you're experiencing and how the course went for you, and we can help classify you. So long term, we're really wanting to provide strength to the system and do a long-term management so that this postural related pain is no longer taking place. So thank you so much for attending this video. I hope that was really helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them with us and we'll get back to you so that you can get the most out of this course and you can really get through this posture related pain syndrome. So thank you so much for watching.